You've read the book. Now look forward to our new video series on bird of prey management. Anatomy, breeding, behavior, nutrition, training, and disease, being filmed now. These are the hawking grounds of the Northumberland crow falcons, the scene of bloody border conflicts for 2,000 years. In 122 AD, the Roman Emperor Hadrian had a fortified wall built from one coast of Britain to the other, but even after its construction these remained lawless lands, the people making a living by raiding cattle, horses, and sheep. This is a national park and a World Heritage Site, but to this very day it is still open grazing country, and where there is livestock, there are crows. Falconry dates back to prehistory. In our area, the cross at Bewcastle Church shows a falconer with his hawk, his training wand used for stroking the feathers without destroying their natural waterproofing, and a tea-perch. He lived some time before 670 AD, in the time of King Alcfrith of Northumbria. A sparrowhawk, flying high above Blanchland. Here, in Blanchland Abbey, 13th and 15th century stones, carved with images of bows, swords, and hunting horns, the tools of the trade for the huntsmen who were employed there at the time, a time when there were both wolves and deer aplenty in the surrounding country. Hounds were also kept at the abbey, and still hunt in this area today.
I can see it. It stopped to move on the corner. There you go, it's going on. It's the red darting about.
Is this our side of the wall?
No, the other side.
Which side?
The left one.
Mary Queen of Scots hunted and flew her falcons in these borderlands. The lady's falcon is the tiny merlin, Britain's smallest falcon, a bird renowned for its maneuverability and persistence. We still see the descendants of her merlins hunting the pipits on the moors and fells. It was across these fells that she rode in October 1566 to visit Boswell, lying injured at the formidable Hermitage Castle. The Hermitage was built to try and keep the peace between reaving families such as the Armstrongs, the Charltons, the Scotts and the Robsons, names still prominent amongst the farmers here today. "300 years later, at the end of the 19th century, Major Hawkins Fisher and his friends flew their falcons at grouse on Ridleham Hope Moor. That happy group of falconers is no more,
Is there anything closer to that wall? Over that wall? Is it field?
and sadly the house is now in ruins. But the grouse moor is still well keeped, and the cock grouse still cackle at intruders, telling you to go back. Hawkins Fisher used to also hawk rooks on the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire. Rooks were the traditional quarry of the Old Hawking Club, who met on the plain every year until the First World War, when increasing army training and wire fencing made it impossible to follow the flights on horseback. In 1922, the Old Hawking Club disbanded, giving birth the next year to the British Falconers Club, which flourishes to this day. With the development of small radio transmitters and of domestic breeding of birds of prey, it once more became possible to follow falcons on long flights and to breed falcons capable of handling the carrion crows, which are bigger and stronger than rooks. These modern transmitters give out a powerful radio signal which is detectable 30 miles away. Every man's hand is against the crow, because it steals eggs and chicks of the scarce moorland birds such as the blackcock and the keeper's carefully nurtured pheasants, and pecks the eyes out of sheep and lambs at lambing time. Therefore the gamekeepers and farmers are pleased when we come with the falcons to catch the crows. Every summer we hold a barbecue for the landowners to come to see the falcons. It is important to maintain the social side of rural life.
That was good.
I wanted to see you drown.
year begins in the spring at our farm in Wales, when the breeding season is just starting. Soon the eggs are hatching, and we hand-rear the chicks until they're strong enough to go back out to their parents, where they grow rapidly. This young falcon is called Quicksilver. His mother is a Saker falcon, and his father is a white gerfalcon. Once Quicksilver grows his feathers, we put him into a large flight pen with other youngsters. They play together and learn to fly and exercise their wings. Every year we breed over 100 falcons, destined to go to falconers all over the world. By July he is ready for training and is fitted with a hood. Hooding calms him and enables us to carry him in the car without him trying to chase every crow we see as we drive along. Once he is flying free, he learns to come long distances to a crow wing lure and to chase it hard. When he is ready, he can take his place among the Northumberland crow falcons. Our head falconer, Martin Patterson, cleans the beak of a young gerfalcon called Eclipse. Among the birds that we fly are black Sakers, such as Black Magic, here we see a female peregrine.
Powerful bird.
Yes, in fact, too powerful for crows, and so for hunting we normally fly smaller birds, such as Megan, a young peregrine Saker, or Fury and Banshee, who are adults and experienced crow falcons. Also on the team is Venture, a young peregrine prairie, but our smallest member of the team, and the only one of his kind in the world, is Spitfire, a male peregrine New Zealand falcon flying at just 450 grams, or 1 pound. Now in his 3rd season he has taken over 150 head of quarry, mainly jackdaws, rooks and crows. The high flight, or haute volée, of classical falconry has been followed for many centuries. The Lew Hawking Club, who flew herons on the open heaths of Holland in the 1840s, faced the same problems then as we do now. They had a hawk house or mews for their falcons at night. They had to obtain and prepare their hawk food. Neighbors shoot rabbits for us. we catch them with Grapple the Harris hawk.
Oh, go on. Oh, no! Gosh, she really went then, didn't she? Right, there it is. Way!
The weather could be stormy, and they had to take shelter and keep the falcons dry. Telescopes were needed to follow the high flights, and fast horses to keep up. The traditional coat for falconers is green with engraved buttons. Join us behind the scenes for a day with the falcons.
Welcome to the Northumberland Crow Falcons. Barbara is already getting the horses in, and I'm checking their feet.
Last night or?
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny.
Hey!
At least.
You're still telling jokes at breakfast, Dan?
Oh god.
Wake up, Spitty. Spitfire likes a lion, but we put all the falcons out to weather in the morning on the lawn, where they can preen their feathers and have a bath. Any falcons not due to fly today, such as this Ger peregrine, are fed early so that they'll be ready to fly tomorrow. Those coming out with us are carefully weighed in the mews, and their details are recorded on charts like a hospital patient's. Getting all the horses and hawks ready to leave on time is always a bit of a scramble. The Northumberland crow falconers are a small group, and our members and visitors travel from far and near.
There's another one, Warwick, you're missing it, in the centre. No, that one's done, it's the little one you've missed. Oh.
Tony Owens is warming up Ben, who's hawked with us now for 3 seasons, and is jumping well. He's come up from Yorkshire. Barbara Buglass and Dr. Jeremy Scratchard have only had a half-hour drive. Peter Owens is riding my old horse, also called Peter, now 20 years old. The land must be very open, otherwise the cunning crow quickly hides in a bush or even amongst the sheep. This rough grassland is used for livestock grazing. There are ditches and bogs here, which for the unwary visitor can be an invitation to the casualty department at Hexham Hospital. When we're spotting for crows, we see other wildlife such as hares and little owls amongst the rocks. We've seen some crows now, and first to fly is Megan, the young peregrine saker. She's developing well and is a confident flyer. First I must get into position for an upwind slip away from cover. She knows she needs height and she rings once before starting off.
Uh-oh, I'm getting higher. Oh, here we go. Oh. Yeah, come on, Bright. Oh! Thought he was going to pull into that little thing there. That's a good one, that, isn't it?
Well done, Megan. I'll feed her up on that, and I won't fly her again today. Jeremy is doing gate duty. I've changed now to Fury. She injured her wing last season, trampled on a kill by cattle. But she's better now and flying strongly. She's an adult peregrine saker. The flight's coming back towards the cars. These hill crows have a way of slipping away from the falcon at the last moment. We've spotted some jackdaws on a hayfield, and this is an opportunity for Spitfire. Here's a hacked imprint, and jackdaws are his favourite quarry. Spitty knows about height advantage. And the jackdaw quickly goes for the fence. Spitty drives him out, but the jackdaw finds he can't outfly him in the open and hugs the fence line. He thinks of going under my horse, but then runs out of options.
Get it.
The weather's warming up now, and I radio to Martin to bring young Quicksilver. Once more, it's all eyes open for crows. Someone sees a hill partridge. This is the dark form of the common grey partridge, which breeds wild here. We've marked some crows down below us, but Quicksilver hasn't spotted them yet. Now he's fetched his crow down to an old trailer, and he's chased it underneath it twice on foot. The crow takes to the air, and Quicksilver, although not very experienced, is a powerful flyer. He manages to turn his crow. crow decides the trailer is the best option, and we park our horses next to it to stop the crow going underneath again. Our visitor, Roger James, finds himself well and truly in on the action.
Yes.
Good effort, Quicksilver. I'll feed you up on that one.
Yeah, neither.
Now it's Banshee's turn. She's an adult peregrine saker and our most experienced crow falcon. I've lined some of the horses up against the trees at the bottom of the hill to stop the crows getting into cover. The people in Barbro stand in the trees.
Just by the trees now, over.
Yeah, the crows are halfway down the field on the fence post, aren't they, over?
Yeah. 3 more on the fence along up the hill as well, over.
Okay, I see them. I'm going to slip over.
What happened to these two there? Probably just went down the field to join the others. Yeah. Didn't see them. He is, he's slipping her.
Where is she going?
To the right. Above the road. Yep.
Banshee has a habit of wanting to kill away from us and then crouching on the kill so that I can't easily find her. She thinks she'll get a few extra mouthfuls this way. But she's tried that once too often this time and lost her crows to trees. I must take her down to the lure. Like the old hawking club, we've also been held up by the army. And we watch a mouse and kestrel while we're waiting. We've seen a single crow, which might be an easy flight for young Candace, who's not very confident yet.
Bird isn't very direct by now. She waits on and fine.
Carry on a bit, carry on a bit. Directly on your left now, Nick. Go back 10 yards. Directly on your right. In between you and Jeremy. Just there, Nick. That's where she went down. Definitely hasn't come back up, over. Okay.
She did well to take it in cover. Oh look, something's eaten that lizard's tail.
That's the third now, is it, Nick? Yeah. Not doing too badly.
I'll feed Candace right up while we have a tea break. Michael Lloyd has come.
You find it advantageous where I can climb on.
And Regan Haswell is with Peter Owens and his son Andy. The farmers are enjoying themselves.
But I mean, do they lose the weight for all the exercise they do when they're flying on? When you said that she was weighing up a bit light, or somebody said that she was...
And Dick Lock and his wife, a very sporting couple from Colt Crag.
Hey, me, not a chance.
His It's getting warm and everyone's leaving their coats in the hawking van. They fan out to look for crows. We've seen some in the wide basin. But it is important to get into the right position. I want to slip the falcon away from this young plantation. My horse Buckskin is an Anglo-Arab about 15-2 hands and an 8-year-old. This is his 5th season hawking, and he's my favourite hawking pony. Fury is away now and climbs well.
Look, there's a wild peregrine!
I immediately take her down to the lure. This is a pair of resident peregrines. Fury could have gone off with them for an hour and wasted the rest of the day. Better to try her again later.
Wow. What's that up? No one's female, eh?
We'll give Banshee a chance to redeem herself.
Oh, yeah. Except some have got wire across like these.
There's nothing to tie to, so you just...
The horses are another now. Need to put her back
Yeah,
in.
please, could you?
Which
So,
left side?
any of those back.
Dick isn't here and I'm not exactly sure how far it must go.
Get over the grass and press the top one. He will,
Forest.
Yes, this is Crag back here with the buildings on the end there.
Right.
So we've got to work our way through there. And this is White House to the right, White Side to the left. And waterfalls beyond that going up onto the top road.
Okay.
Between Kirk Weltington and West Midland.
Any sign up there, over? I'm going to run out.
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 boats to our right, over.
Where is
To his right.
Oh, on his right.
In between you and the wood.
Yeah, over.
They'll be the ones we were looking at before.
Everyone gets in position. I have to cross the ditch and keep Buckskin quiet until the hood's off.
They put in that one.
Yeah, one there, just on the hilltop, they just put it. Get off. Go, come on. Oh Jesus, this is going to be game over in 5 seconds.
You reckon? I bet you didn't.
No.
These cause a better prize than you reckon, John, I'll tell you.
She's beating it in the air.
Good. Up! Oh, yeah. Good. Good, yeah. Oh, she got it, didn't she? Send off the trees, darling, with the cars and wagons and all sorts. No. Oppa! She's had one more wing off. I reckon that's enough. Yeah.
We'll give Spitfire another chance.
Okay, we'll be too keen, Petey.
There are jackdaws ahead, and we have to plan the slip to drive them away from this tree. It's a mixed lot of jackdaws, rooks and crows, and they're climbing.
Look at the way they cut straight into the Falcon.
And then they've done
As soon as he turns, then they come back into him again. Now, look how much they've thrown him out by doing that. It's going to get up. No, it's coming over us. They're going to turn again, look, they're climbing. He's up with them now. He's still climbing hard. He's pumping to get up. Oh, you got the whole flock in. You can't reach up with them at the moment. He's just sticking up with them though.
Finally they're going, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're look how they're climbing. They're all climbing. Look, we've got whole flock ringing and the falcon ringing. If he stands off them a bit, then they'll stop climbing. Then he can climb and get into them at a better angle. Now he's got them at a better angle. You can see them better. They're going to start to dive in a minute.
Jesus, look at this. They're going to start bottling.
They're going to bottle in a minute. Now
Why?
another ring. They're going to go.
Oh, this is going to be a
One's bottled. One's bottled.
scoop and a half. This is going to be.
These two are going to bottle. They're going to bottle now.
Way,
They're bottling. Go on, Spiddy. Stu, go on.
Well, they did come down to that tree, and now the crows are dropping in after Spitfire. We must hurry down to him. Andy Owens picked him up.
The Jack doing?
It's getting late and we're looking for one more crow. But already a fox is out hunting. We've still got Fury left to fly. She's always spectacular.